This pose is often done in the center of the room, but since we're at the wall, it's a great opportunity to take advantage of the wall, and the wall is really going to provide some feedback. So you'll kneel all the way up to the wall. Have your knees hips distance apart, and if you've got tender knees, you can always pad it up. You can fold your mat up in quarters or perhaps use a blanket. Are you okay, Jess? Mm-hmm. Now, the reason we're using the wall is when people back bend, and just show what this would be like, the hips move away from the wall. And when the hips move away from the wall, it's a quad stretch, and that's fine. It's just a different pose. What we're going for is strengthening of the hip flexors and an opening in the thoracic spine, and also the shoulders in flexion. So you'll set up with 2 blocks just to the outsides of your ankles. And for some of you, especially those who have a tendency to splay the outer ankles, you might also benefit from having a block in the flat, narrow position between your feet. And you're going to make your pinky toes heavy as you firm your outer ankles into the blocks. Jess is fine without, so I'm going to use these 2 blocks just to the outsides of your heels. So first, we're going to really emphasize the lengthening of the spine. So people often forget about back bending really being about not only bending, but lengthening. So you'll take your hands right next to your lower ribs and place your palms at the wall. Take your palms to the wall, and just like you did in that baby cobra pose, pin your elbows into the midline. And when you pin your elbows into the midline, notice the effect that has in opening your chest and spreading your collarbones. Now, with your hands at the wall, spin your inner thighs away from one another, broadening your lower back, but relax the flesh of your buttocks so you're not gripping your butt. Keep pinning your elbows in towards the midline and lift your chest. Lift your sternum away from your navel. Keep pinning your elbows in. Now, don't come into your back bend just yet. Just climb up the wall with your sternum and then take your hands to your lower back. Have your fingertips facing the ceiling. Pin your elbows into the midline any amount more. And as the flesh of your buttocks descends, ascend your sternum. Lift up. Lengthen, lengthen, lengthen. Now, if you're ready to come into your back bend, you're going to make a Shavasana arm. Have your palms facing the wall in front of you and your arms straight. Now, keep your thighs and your hips glued to the wall. Lift your chest any amount more. Press the shoulder blades up into the chest, just like you were doing all class in downward facing dog, in that supported back bend, in upward facing dog. Same action. Press the shoulder blades up into the chest to lift the sternum. From your inner arms to your outer arms, roll. From the inner thighs to your outer thighs, roll open, and then firm your outer hips in. Now, only if you can drop your head back completely will you do that. If that causes any strain in your neck or you have difficulty breathing smoothly and steadily, then keep your gaze forward. Now, stay to exhale. Place your palms together in front of your heart. You're going to come up in one fluid motion, not one side at a time. Root into your legs, and then inhale, come on up. So it's very important that you come up just as Jess did, rather than coming up one at a time. When you come up one at a time, you end up smashing your SI joints one at a time. So it's better to come up in one fluid motion. We're going to do that again. And you're welcome to repeat what you did, taking your hands to the blocks. If you're ready to go deeper in your back bend, you can either lower your blocks like so. You can come onto the balls of the feet and reach back for your heels, or you can keep your toes pointed and reach back for your heels. So Jess, are you going to do it this way? Mm-hmm. Okay. I'm just going to place this block. Since we're not using it, I'm going to place it between our feet just as a reminder, since we've got it to use. All right. Now, pin your hips and your thighs to the wall. Take your hands next to your lower ribs and have your palms at the wall. And now recommit to pinning your elbows in. And the effect that has is it externally rotates the shoulders and spreads the collarbones. Now, before you back bend, climb up the wall. It's not quite a visible action, but you're lengthening, 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 as if you're climbing up the wall with your chest. Now make a Shavasana arm. Have your palms facing the wall you're looking at, and then come into your back bend. Try to come together down slowly while keeping your hips and your thighs glued to the wall. From your inner arms to your outer arms, roll open. This is shoulders in extension. Let your head drop completely if you're dropping. Press the shoulder blades up into the chest. Move and mobilize your thoracic spine. Now stay for a final cycle of breath. And then your palms together in front of your heart in one fluid motion. Come up. Exhale at the top, and then you can sit back onto your heels and come into Virasana. And notice if you've got any more freedom in Virasana now that we've stretched the hip flexors. Now that we've stretched the hip flexors in Ustrasana. Then come off the block.